Welcome to another edition of Mark's Inspiration. Got the D-Man here, and I'm glad you could join me as always today. Today's topic is going to be health and fitness. Why did I choose health and fitness today? I really don't know, but it's a topic that I think is very important. I'm 60 years old, I'm in great shape, and am I unique? Well, I'm only unique because I'm in great shape, but you can do the same thing. I have no special abilities that you don't have. You can be in just as good a shape or even better than I'm in. There are people out there that can run faster and lift more and look good, okay? Just because you're 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years old, you can improve. That's what I think we forget here in society, or we put such an emphasis on age that, when you turn 40, they're giving you black balloons, excuse me, like it's all downhill. My life really didn't begin until I was 50. Now, I had a good time before that, but I didn't really start coming into my own until I was in my 50s. And psychologically or mentally, emotionally, spiritually, metaphysically, whatever term you care to use. For men, sometimes it takes that long for you to figure out, or for us to figure out, that chasing girls is not the most important thing in life. Some of us takes a little longer, like myself. Some of the greatest men in history didn't achieve their success until they were in their 50s or 60s. Look it up. Check it out on the internet. It's very easy. So don't think because you're over 40 that if you're out of shape or you're not feeling too good or your health isn't good that you can't do something about it. I think they say the body renews itself every 7 years, or maybe it's even less than that. You can get back into shape. You can be in better health. And it's really not that hard. Take a look at what you do every day. Okay, do you exercise at all? Do you walk? Do you have a job where you sit all day? And if you do, that's got to be tough. I couldn't do that. Sometimes I sit here at the desk, and that's tough for me. I enjoy being out there doing physical labor, plus I enjoy working out. Now, I didn't always enjoy working out. That's something I've come to enjoy as the years went past. Your habits are what has gotten you to where you are today. All you have to do is change your habits. Now, you don't have to start out going to the gym an hour every day or completely change your diet. Just do it a little bit at a time. This is what I always recommend, a little bit at a time. If you're eating fast food twice a day, cut it back to once a day. And then when you do that for a while, cut it back to maybe 5 times a week, and then 4 times a week. Get it down to where you're just eating fast food 1 time a week. Myself, I don't eat fast food, very rarely. If I travel, I may eat something in the airport that's not really that good because I don't have much other choice. I used to take protein bars with me, but I quit eating those because I used to joke about it. I think more or less they're a glorified candy bar. But I can't tell you that if I traveled again and I was hungry in the airport that I would not buy one of those $7 protein bars, overpriced, because in my mind, at least, it feels like I'm doing something better than eating a candy bar. And what is just as important as what you eat, it's how you feel about what you're eating. They've done studies on that also. It affects the chemistry of your body. So what I'm telling you is, no matter what your age is or what kind of shape you're in, even if you're grossly overweight or you're grossly underweight, you can improve, you can change. But the first thing is you have to believe that that's possible. Okay, and if you believe it's possible, then you will take actions in that direction. Write down a goal, a realistic goal. Let's say you weigh 200 pounds, excuse me, and your best weight is 160. Don't start out trying to lose 40 pounds in 6 months. Start out with a pound a month. And then don't focus so much on losing the weight as in changing your lifestyle, changing your eating habits. When you're at a meal and you feel full, get up from the table. Go brush your teeth, and that desire to eat will go away. We've actually made eating a pastime here in the United States, almost a hobby. There's one fast food commercial and it says, excuse me, it says, eat like you mean it. What the heck is that? Eat like you mean it? Okay, eating is really just for survival, and we've made it into a pleasure. In another book I read, it says, he who loves pleasure will suffer want. I remember when I was younger, I would go out and eat, and I would tell people, I love eating. Man, I love to go out and eat. And guess what? I struggled more with my weight back then than I do now, than I ever have since. And at that time, I was boxing as an amateur, and I would starve myself to make weight, and I would pig out on the weekends, and I would eat beyond the point of even feeling kind of sick. Well, that developed into what they call bulimia now, but at that time they didn't know anything about that, or nobody even spoke of it. And that was a bad habit to break. It took me years to get over that, because I would eat so much and I would feel stuffed and I'd feel guilty and feel fat. And then a couple hours later, I would eat again. It actually developed into an obsession or a compulsion for compulsive eating. And that was tough, but I didn't know then what I know now. I mean, if you're eating when you're not hungry, there's a place to begin. Instead of grabbing something to eat, read a book, take a walk, clean the kitchen, do something else. Now, this will be difficult at first, but if you do it just a little bit at a time, or if you want to eat and you can't seem to stop yourself, eat half of that candy bar. Don't eat the whole thing. And congratulate yourself when you do this. Feel good about yourself. Don't feel bad because you ate half of it. Feel good because you didn't eat the whole thing. These small things add up over a period of time into positive habits, and you feel better about yourself. You didn't develop your out-of-shape body overnight. It was one bite at a time. And if you do one less bite at a time, you will develop a healthier body. One less day that you eat fast food is another day that you're going to be more healthy. I have nothing against fast food. The problem is it's so processed and frozen, and there's just not the vitamin value. Now, they list the nutritional value, but they only list calories. If they listed the vitamin value as compared to, let's say, organic foods, I'm sure it would be really low, because you can't process food like that without taking something out of it. And it's pre-cooked and fast cooked, and it's just, it looks good, it tastes good, but the vitamin value, I don't know for sure, but it's got to be low. Any kind of processing takes away from the food. The more natural you can keep it, the better it's going to be for you. Just like this current health crisis that we had, or we're still having, or that has diminished somewhat, instead of wearing the masks, why don't we try eating better and taking better care of our bodies? I read that people between the ages of, 10 years old and I don't know what it was, 60 or something like that. I'm not sure exactly what the ages were, but basically the people that were still in good health really just would, if they got this, they would just have mild effects from it. So what they're saying is, if you're in good health, this really wasn't a big issue. But if you're not, or you have pre-existing conditions, then it was very dangerous. So if we would take better care of ourselves, because we have an immune system that fights off these things. If you knew the viruses, the germs, the bacteria that your body and you breathe in every day, you would probably be frightened to go out of the house. Well, you breathe it in the house also. But you have a powerful immune system, but it's not going to work well if you don't eat well. How do you think your car would run if you put bad gasoline in it? And also, as I've said before, people take better care of their cars than they do of their bodies. This is the only machine you have to get you through life. It's what carries you around. Take care of it so you can feel good. I go out and I work with my sons. One's 17, the other one's 19. They complain about aches and pains. I mean, you would think they were the ones that was 60 and I was the one that was 18. And also what we forget when we get older is we had these aches and pains when we were younger, okay? If you're stiff and sore and you're not around young people, you think, oh, I'm just getting old. No, that's life. Whether you're young, whether you're old. When I broke my shoulder, oh, you're getting too old for that. I was riding my son's scooter. But when I was in my 20s and broke my rib, boxing, they didn't say, you're getting too old for that. But I'll guarantee you, if I broke my rib now, boxing, I was sparring with my son the other day. He's 16. And as I said, I'm 60. I can still do the same things I did if I choose to do it. And you can too, whether you're 40, 39, 50, 60, even 70. You can do these things and you don't have to be afraid. You are programmed by society to believe it's dangerous for you to do this when you get older. Well, guess what? If you believe it's dangerous for you, thus it will be dangerous for you and you will probably get hurt. But that is a false belief. It's not true. I do the same things my sons do and they complain about more aches and pains than I do. Sure, I have aches and pains, and as I said, if I were not around my sons, I would buy into the fact that, oh, I guess I'm just getting old. That's just the way it is. Sure, I'm getting older. The point I'm making is not that I'm not going to get old or you're not going to get old. It's just you don't have to get old as quickly as people tell you. You don't have to conform to what society says you need to be or act like when you're old. It's your choice. You can have vigor, you can feel great, you can look forward to life. I have goals, I got dreams, the same as I did when I was younger, maybe even more. So this adds vigor and spice and vitality to your life, to believe that you have a future ahead of you, not that your best years are behind you. I don't believe that, and you don't have to believe that either. You get to choose your beliefs. Choose to believe that your best is yet to come. It is, if you believe it is, and it can be. Set goals, have dreams, have a vision inside of yourself, whether you're 40, 50, 60, or 70, and you can live an exciting, adventurous, full life, whatever that means for you. Now, your idea of a good and full life is not the same as mine, I'm sure, but you do have an idea. Don't let your health stop you. Don't sit around and think about all the medicines you're taking. Don't talk to your friends about it. Don't talk about your ailments and your ailments with your friends and your partners. A lot of times old people get together and that's what they talk about. I don't take any medications. I have nothing against medications, but I don't take any. Okay, I don't have to take any. I'm very fortunate. I have taken care of my body and I'm very fortunate. Once again, I'm blessed, okay? But you can be blessed too. You can take care of your body and you can influence your health. You have so much influence over your health. You don't need, what are they called? A health care provider. Funny how they changed that name. It used to be a doctor. Now you have to have someone to provide your health care. Guess what? You're the best health care provider that there is. Now, I'm not telling you not to go to the doctor. I'm not saying don't take your medications. What I'm saying is you don't have to rely on these things as much as you may think you do. Get yourself back into shape. Start eating healthy food. Do the things that you can do, that you can provide your own health care from. I got to go. My time's ticking out here. I hope this has been of help to you today. And share this with a friend. Smash that like button and subscribe. And thank you to all my subscribers, my new subscribers. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.